Oh, take a bite. Take a
I
bite.
was gonna just have my cocktail first, so. All right, welcome in everybody, welcome in. It is Z time. The Z, there he is. Giving it up, we got some Raising Canes. This will be the first time I ever had Raising Canes. And he said it's like popular. There were like 15 cars in there. There it is.
Wahoo!
Ooh, oh, Nelly.
Ate it.
So we'll see who pops in. Let's see what this looks like. That looks pretty good, eh? You got Texas toast, you got coleslaw. Is this dipping sauce for that?
Yep.
So
It's pretty good.
that looks pretty doggone good.
Risky. Yeah.
It looks pretty doggone good. So I'm gonna sit mine aside a bit because I'm having a cocktail here just to start off the evening. This will be farewell to Mr. Z tonight, and it's amazing I was able to hang with you for 4 nights these 2 weeks with everything you've had on your.
Did we get 4 nights out of it?
I think we did. I think this is the 4th night.
I've been slammed and hot and tired.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
stuff.
it's just like you have to be considerate of people and what they're doing and all that kind of stuff, and that's kind of a trademark of the way I am. I'm not the kind of person that. Right? How is it?
It is completely adequate. It's good.
Completely adequate. That's awesome. Let me see what's going on. Let me get live chat on here. There we go. Slow modes on every. Let me try a little bite of the chicken candy. How are you? Nice to see you, honey. Thank you for commenting on the video. I really appreciate it. It's so good to see you. So good to see you in the chat. That's good. Mr. Z was like, did somebody say chicken? He's like, I was like, who has a taste for chicken? That was pretty funny. Deja vu, how are you? Good to see you. I can't believe tomorrow's my last day. I've gotten a lot, I've accomplished a lot down here, helped out a lot down here, and had a tremendously good time with the live streaming. I go home injured but recovering. Hey, Callie, Mo. And putting some very epic streaming behind me while I was down here, thanks to you guys. We started really hot and then just ended hot. Yeah, when I first came in, I just stepped right in it. Mr. Z, like impeccable timing as usual, coming into.
I warned you.
Coming into that. Total warning on that. So how's everybody doing today? Welcome in. Happy, today is Wednesday. I guess the 17th, so early the 19th, I'll be out on the road at 4 a.m. Something really cool about going over across the desert at moonlight really early in the morning before you get super hot and stuff like that.
It's scary with no moon though. It's real dark then. Ooh.
Yeah, I think basically I'll be traveling with a full moon.
That'll be good then. That's good.
When I head back. So I'm having a cocktail and Mr. Z is tearing away there on that chicken. So you went into Raising, you forgot your iced tea.
I pulled into there. We was gonna have KFC, but there was nothing even close. So I was like, hey, how about that? Okay. Dude, there was a line of probably 10, 15 cars. It was really wrapped around there.
It was too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was about ready to ditch it. About thought, okay, let me park. I went in. One person was ordering, maybe it's 2. It was like literally 2 minutes, 5 minutes maybe at the most, honestly, about in and out. And all the cars were still wrapped around. Glory, hallelujah. I told one person, I was like, dude, walk in, man. It's gonna be a lot faster.
Yeah, how long do you think they would be waiting out there to get
10 minutes probably. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how fast they are, so.
Somebody had an interesting question for you. There was a lot of questions for you that came in about living in Las Vegas and functioning in the environment. And of course, you know, 9 months of the year are really nice here.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets cold in winter, but
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's beautiful here in spring and in fall and right. What would you say up till June 1st, and then it just it goes.
Yeah, June starts getting warm.
Hi, Callie.
Hey,
Mel.
Callie.
Somebody said we recorded. Thank you, Candy. We recorded 120 degrees, which was which was a new all-time high for Las Vegas. Somebody said, what would be the upper limit of endurance for maintaining a society or maintaining a city? What point do you think it would just be like, you know, the air conditioners don't even work, you know, the efficiency is so low, and
Southwest here, Arizona, Nevada.
I mean, what temperature do you think?
Right about up to 115 is where it starts really stressing
Where
the
do you think it
system.
would be a threat? Like we had 120 and people still got through it okay. What would you say would be?
Yeah, okay for the temporary time being. Yeah,
for
if it was
temporary, not-
sustained.
But we sustained.
Yeah,
118,
For about a week.
117.
yeah, that was rough.
There was people that went to the ER with pavement. Lots of people went to ER
Burns,
with pavement burns. We had somebody drop dead in front of the church because of heat and everything down there.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say? 125, 130? What would you say?
120 is stress. Well, what we'll say 115 to 120 is stressing it. Then 120 and above is really gonna start to get into critical mass. Yeah, that's when it starts. And then anything, I mean, getting past that would be really, I mean, you know, something really bizarre would have to be happening, of course, but.
Well, I'm just thinking because we broke the old record by 3 degrees
Yeah.
and 117 was the old and then 120.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking if you can pop a 120 this year, can you pop a 120 or more next year? You know, and I don't know.
It'll be probably intermittent like that for the next couple of years, but it might still be on the rise, so you never know. I mean,
Yeah, I just wonder, people wondered at what point do you pull road crews? At what point do you pull somebody off of a crane and say, hey man, that's it, you know? There's too much bad stuff that happens when the temperature gets that high, stuff
Yeah.
starts fatiguing and
yeah. It does take a toll on you, I'm telling you what. It's hot.
Tell you guys, this heat was really, really astronomical. Hey Barry, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Well, I mentioned it before
How do
too.
the homeless handle? They die.
They have cooling stations, there are some, you know, outreach, some programs, but nothing really.
And
There's so many people, of
where
course.
I'm working down there at 8th Street in Ogden, you'd have to go all the way down the hill to.
And then there's people that just don't want to go anyways, they just
Yeah,
choose not to
and,
for whatever reason.
You know, I've had people zombie fight. I had a guy today that didn't have any. I don't even know if he had pants over on other pants or blistered feet, no shoes at all. You know, holding his shirt and his pants up, and
Yeah.
just sores all over the guy. And just, I don't think that guy's going to be around too much longer. He looked like he weighed about 105 pounds or something. It was just like
Sad, yeah.
just gut wrenching. And I'd go out there later to leave, and he's laying on the open
my
sidewalk where it's 130 degrees and burning to a crisp right there on the sidewalk.
Well, you know, I've said it before too, like with you, is that the given temperature is generally, you know, like measured in the shade or within a shade reference. So once you step into the sun, you can add close to 10 degrees hotter than what's recorded.
You saw
Yeah.
Kevin from Community Media Watchdog. He gave me this pointer here, and we on my very first stream, which was down Fremont Street to Charleston, on the parking lot at the 7-Eleven next to the plasma place, 150.4 degrees Fahrenheit on that parking lot.
Mhm.
People's shoes were starting to come apart, going along.
The steel on my crane gets so hot with bare skin, if you touch it, yeah, you're gonna get a burn. If you keep
Yeah.
it there, you're definitely gonna get burned.
So I thought, you know, and then otherwise we were looking at, you know, sidewalk temperatures of 145 degrees, something in that range. And let me tell you, if you touch them, it is hot. So they would have these people, what's up, Trog? They would have these people, hi Amelia, and hello, Manda Brains, Matta Brains. Cane's first time I've ever had Cane's, I'm just having a little cocktail. And then I'm gonna switch off with Mr. Z. He can kind of entertain it. The troops, no slaw, extra toast. There we go. How you doing, Amelia? I've never had Raising Cane's before. So.
Pretty good.
For myself, my personal reflection would be that I was able to sustain and endure and continuously running a live stream in those kind of temperatures. And I happen to think it'll be a long time till somebody goes out there and betters that, 8.5 hours, 7 hours, 7.5 hours of just continuous live stream. So,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people write me, and people have complained that you're setting a bad example for people. You're almost setting up a challenge for people, and I always put disclaimers on.
Yeah.
Don't do this. It's not meaningful to you. It's meaningful to me.
People
right?
do live here, and people do go through this, so it's not. Yeah, it's not something out there that's gonna necessarily kill you. So, I mean, if you're stupid, well, then you're stupid.
Yeah. Hey,
stupid
Twisted,
does.
how are you? Would you ever invest in Vegas? What do you think?
Yeah, it depends on what. This place is gonna be here for a while still. Unless some catastrophic issues occur, but.
It's
It depends on if you got money.
I mean,
and
I
the
don't
sound.
know. I don't know. I could tell you if this place went through a horrific dip again, I would be the first person getting something downtown, close to downtown. I can tell you that. But as far as the prices at the current time, I would have to say no. They're expanding like crazy. I used to come over the hill from LA, and now they're already out in Tucson Heights or Tucson Heights out there at that end. Just when they're way out south of Vegas now. When yeah.
Anthem goes way south.
And then they moved out to the west, and there's limits to where you can go to the west with Mount Charleston, right?
Well, I call Anthem out there, east of San Bernardino County.
Hey, Amanda, how are you? How are you? How are you doing? Good to see you.
How
Hey,
you doing?
Magda, that's a really good question. I don't know. If somebody put $100,000-$200,000 in my hand today, I would probably be apt to look at Alabama or Mississippi would be where I would probably take the shot down near coastal, down near the Gulf, only because a lot of people are starting to migrate from Florida because the hurricane insurance is so much in Florida now. So, but I don't know. Some of you may know better than I do. I don't know. But as far as value, it seems like things are. Don't you think people just hit the limit on what they can afford? And,
It's getting pretty pricey. I mean, that's just like, we used to have a great cost of living until people started moving here.
yeah, I guess they're pretty conservative states. I guess Alabama's a more progressively conservative state, which probably means Mississippi has better value to it. So I would expect to see some people start to migrate into those states. There's a lot of room for upside to unhillbilly and to, I don't want to say modernize, but move it up. It has lots of
Bugs and humidity.
yeah, bugs and humidity, but it is what it is, right? You get humidity all through the Ohio Valley. You have to go all the way to western Kansas until you don't have humidity, the high plains there. Can we ask Mr. Z how he lands on the person? No, I don't. He doesn't ever discuss politics. He wanted to know how you land on the political spectrum. We can just put it with he's no big fan of Trump.
I'm no big fan of anybody at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's impressing me. I'm just going to say that.
He's an equal opportunity person. He's like me. We find stupidity on both sides.
I've got no love for either side at this point.
Yeah, Magda probably wonders how can anybody be independent, but that's where I find myself. How you doing, Naomi?
There's too
a
many
blue
intelligent
blue,
people out there on both sides to be given the choices we've got right
I'd
now.
buy a blue
That's my
water
opinion.
yacht, boy. You better have a lot of money when you talk about yachting, especially blue water yachting out there. You better carry a ton of spare parts and everything. And you go to get fixed, you go to get anything repaired in a marine environment, you're gonna pay 50% more than you do on land. You're gonna pay 50% more for fuel, you're gonna pay 50% more for labor. And nobody's gonna wanna climb down in your sweaty engine compartment.
Maybe.
Right. It's gonna be, that'll be a premium price to get down there and work on your engine. I should know, I did a lot of that work on Chesapeake Bay. In the heat, yes, tell him, Rosie, who Naomi supports Trump.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. I don't have a problem with people supporting anybody.
She's loud and proud, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, how you doing, Mary?
That's the thing, it's like, we need to be understanding and go, okay, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I have to say, you know what it is?
We
You
have our own
vote-
choices.
You vote what you want. I see stupidity on both sides of things, but I still have to pick somebody at the end. But it's not clear to me who's going to be there on election day. I think a lot of donors have started to hold back from Biden now and pushing financially another candidate. I don't know, right? I don't know. We still have what we got? Basically, we're 2/3 of the way through July, almost 2/3. You got August, September, October. So you still have the hardest 3 months. Yeah, I saw that Biden had COVID. He tested and got on the plane. He was gonna, I don't know where he was gonna go tonight. So I wish the president a speedy recovery from the.
I saw Air Force One
COVID.
taking off. I should
Yeah,
show you the
yeah,
pic-
yeah, yeah.
Well, that
He sent
picture
me a
was
picture.
earlier
Yeah, the Air Force One was parked at the
on the airport. I was
How
by the
cool.
airport,
He goes, I guess what I saw. And
Yeah.
here's Air Force One.
and then I was driving earlier, going west, and I actually saw it banking. He was flying, it was banking towards the north. I was gonna text you, hey, he's coming your way, but it was so fast. It just
It would have been
went.
gone. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's pretty
It
cool.
was actually pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
No matter what you
sent me.
think, that plane is a
Yeah.
badass plane. It really is cool looking.
They don't have to worry about any windows falling out or wheels or stuff.
Yeah, hopefully.
So like who you want to like, it doesn't, you'll always be welcome here with
Yeah.
things. We do have a high level of respect in this chat. We've never.
That's the thing, is I respect anybody for their own choices and their own opinions. As long as we ain't going to blows, then that's fine.
Yeah, we never degraded to name calling or things like that. And I do wish the president a speedy recovery because you never know at his age if there it is. Yeah, there's Las Vegas.
That's pretty
That's
cool, huh?
pretty cool, huh? With Air Force One on the ground. I'm sure it was in a protected area.
Oh yeah, it was pretty far. I had to zoom in for that, so it was
Yeah,
pretty far back.
Nobody was going to
Yeah.
get near it, right?
Pretty cool.
Nobody was going to get near that bad boy. That's for sure. So I thought that was. I wasn't expecting that today.
I wasn't either.
I guess he overnighted last night in
Yeah.
Vegas. I don't know what. The president was here to speak at the NAACP convention. How you doing, Lee? There we go. It's a cool picture, isn't it? So you never know what you're going to get from Mr. Z when he texts you. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Be ready to close your eyes. That's all I'm going to say. Next, you never know.
QAnon. Man, is QAnon still a thing? I don't know.
I hope not.
They're still finding out more stuff about this goofy shooter. This kid. Man.
Well, to be honest, and this is just my opinion, I do think the Secret Service effed up, the local police effed up, the communications was probably effed up. I really doubt any conspiracies. I'm just saying I doubt any. Real life is that so stupid you have to realize it sometimes. That's how real life is.
Yeah, nothing's perfect, even protection.
You know?
And I think they should still believe the inconsistencies online. Well,
Let's just say, just vet out any information before you start to believe it. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, either way, both sides.
that's like a typical loner story.
I think I think the captain was asleep at the wheel is what it was. I don't think there was any conspiracy. I just think they were asleep at the wheel.
Oh,
Nobody
well,
was
hold on a minute.
communicating.
Cinnamon Hot, thank you, sweetie. Cinnamon Hot, how did I miss that, honey? Oh, thank you. What did it say? Much love and many blessings. Thank you, sweetie. Cinnamon Hot. I've missed you, honey. How awesome it is to see you back again. It's great to see you. Thank you. And I also have to thank my chat. Probably over 300 pounds of canned goods and foods were delivered over the last 10 days to the church. So thank you guys. Seems like every time I put out the call, people respond like crazy to, and there's more coming too. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the support I get. I mean, I can just flap my pie hole with my empty brain and come out and ask stuff, and people respond, which is amazing. And I see Patty Wakefield who was there when her stuff came in. And thank you, Patty, for all that. Trump should have been doing indoor rallies. I don't know.
Well, and go to people. There's a lot of weird things that going on about it, but before you start believing things, as Rob said, just hash things out, Jumping to conclusions is very poor exercise of the mind. I've learned just to say that, my own experience.
Well, hey Judy, we can't discount that an individual person gets an idea in their head and it's not a right idea.
Yeah.
And if somebody really wants to try to kill somebody, they will find opportunities to, opportunity will present itself. This kid didn't have to travel, it just came right to his...
Yeah, he planned it.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't stupid, he was just mentally disturbed. He wasn't
Hi,
stupid.
Nicole. Yeah, not only his life, but the father that shielded his family from, some other people that actually walked away wounded, like a Marine, a military guy walked away.
I think two people were killed. I mean, people aren't talking about them so much. Them was the ones we need to think about.
Well, I know Trump went to the funeral, or is going to go to the funeral of the father that was killed.
And you really should.
Nobody should have to die for their political beliefs, not in America. I censored a lot of comments from people discussing it. I wonder why. I don't know, YouTube disgraced itself during the pandemic. I'm doing good, Nicole, good to see you. Everything's going good. This is Mr. Z. Well, Trump is going to the funeral, so, and Biden's not. And now that he has, COVID, he won't be going anywhere. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had canes. It's pretty good.
Aren't too bad.
Yeah, he must have come from the perimeter there and somehow got up on that roof, possibly. He might have overnighted up there, I have no idea. Because his father called and reported him missing. I don't know if that was the night before or the night after. But his father reported him as a missing person.
Huh. Nobody tell iced tea we're not drinking the iced tea, please.
The iced tea's still back at
I actually forgot. I ordered iced tea, but I forgot it at the store.
But I don't know, guys. I think you get one shot to take at a person, so security will be much tighter.
Well, it didn't do anybody any favors. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it's called Cane's,
Raising Cane's. Yeah, Raising Cane's.
which I've heard of before, but I've never had it before. But it's pretty doggone good.
Chicken fingers.
We can thank Mr. Z for tonight's feast.
No problema.
But I don't believe there'll be any more attempts. Hey, June. I think you get one free shot before the election.
Everybody gets one shot.
One shot, and that's it.
And then you're done.
The fries won't win any awards, but the chicken's good.
Yeah, the chicken was good. The fries, yeah, they got,
They just use
Little
crinkle
soggy.
flies, which is okay.
yeah.
So you went to the store, there was no line. It's just like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
Like they're all out there in their cars. They don't want to walk into the heat.
Dude, nobody was going inside. I about turned around. I decided to just go in, and yeah, I was in and out in just a couple of minutes, man. They were so fast, it shocked me how fast they were that I forgot the tea. That's how shocked I was. Because of the line outside. Yeah.
In other words, you judging by the line outside, you said,
Yeah, I thought it was.
I'll be cool, but I'll be inside. And then before you turned around,
Yeah.
they're already calling your
I
name.
wasn't even done filling up the drinks, and they were calling me already.
Holy
That was
crap.
fast.
That's pretty wild. Well, this was a good trip because I honored this man
Hey,
here.
Ronnie.
And he knows as often as I come down here, if we want to go bowling, we want to go shooting or whatever. September, I will be back again. Nick says, do you drink Coke? You drink Coke.
I prefer Dr. Pepper, actually. It's kind of my thing for now.
So I honor you, Mr. Z, and your work ethic and everything like that.
We didn't get to do anything
Yeah,
with just
but
what
look
we really
at
wanted
the
to.
temperatures
yeah, it
and
was
stuff,
crazy.
and look at how slammed you are.
I was really
with
slammed at work, so that was
So-
rough.
You know, so I honor that. Hey, MB, you should start showing us beautiful places instead of nasty back alleys. Hyacinth,
I don't mind walking in nice
nobody
places.
would watch them. Hyacinth, people ask me when I went to LA, please, for God's sakes, take us through Beverly Hills on foot and then take us down to Rodeo Drive. Guess how many people showed up? Nobody. People have no interest in, people like to see the soft underbelly and stuff. Hey, Nippy, how are you? Yeah, it's been a working trip for me. It's been a working trip also, everyday trip. But we did have a barbecue. 84% humidity. Are you swimming? Well, enjoy Action Kid because I don't really care, Hyacinth. You know, I have stuff that I like to see, and the numbers tell me that people enjoy it. So, you know, it's more like a swamp cooler, I think, than a real AC. It
More like a swamp pit.
yeah, it draws up the sewer gas and
Kinda like an
blows it
armpit.
into the room, right? Yeah, Elon is moving to Texas, his SpaceX. Yeah. I don't recommend anybody come down here in summer. You're literally going to be forced to spend your time inside of a casino
Well, you were saying I
or
was
the
watching
hotel.
yesterday, like you were saying too, that most of the time is gonna be spent inside somewhere,
Yes.
even at night. Hey, Chevy, even at night, it can be miserable, especially if you're not used to it.
Exactly.
It's
I've
really
done it before,
different.
Hyacinth. I've done it all over America, and people could care less about seeing those areas. In other words, if I walk the streets of Summerlin, you see nice homes, but
I could show you
one
some
would look
nice
like
places.
another. Yeah, no, you could. Right.
I mean, you could be almost anywhere for that.
I don't have to be nasty, Georges. It doesn't always have to be, but it always will be on my channel, so people know exactly what they're getting. My days of doing that stuff are all gone. I will never go out to the country. I'm a city person. I'm not cut out for the country. The country is terrifying to me. Country's terrifying to me. Hyacinth, I could give a rat's ass whether you believe me or not. I'm telling you from 12 years on YouTube what my experience is. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you except apologize to you and say, move on, change the subject. It's not going to happen. All right. People show up in droves. All right. You say the mean streets, that's exactly what people want to see. They want to see you dying and falling over for your art down there. In some mangy burned out house down near Bonanza.
They don't care about the day after. They want to see the day of.
Thank you, Nippy. I know my parameters of as far as casinos, I could care less about gambling. Oh, thank you, Lone Hill. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. It's been a very eye-opening experience down here to be in record-breaking heat. I mean, I've just seen absolute wretchedness on this, absolute wretchedness just show up. Absolute wretchedness. It might get old to you, but obviously it doesn't get old to other people, So thank goodness you have the other channels to watch and enjoy.
Was that
Coleslaw
that
is good.
coleslaw there kind of
That coleslaw
tearing
is
into
good.
it?
You know how much I love coleslaw. If you were gonna pop home, I would have told you bring the macaroni salad. That stuff is good.
I was snacking on that, yeah.
That's
Too
good.
shabby.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. This is a good treat. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you for that sushi the other night. That was pretty good too, if I do say so myself.
Ronnie, what's going on? Hey, I'm gonna hopefully be on the road between 4 and 5 a.m. on Friday. I'll be in Baker, California by the time the sun comes up.
I think a lot of us would like to see you in Baltimore, quite actually. I think that'd be pretty cute. I see you, Naomi. Hey.
My life expectancy in the streets of Baltimore would be super low. I should attend to buy. Well, they just had the NAACP convention, I guess, was here. I don't know. I want to live. You see,
There you go.
Twisted, you're all right.
There you go.
I want to live, man. I'm not going to anybody's rally. Him to drink is to show him my drink at the moment. Which is good. It's like quality meat.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. Got some good breading on it.
Quality meat. So I want to thank Mr. Z for buying this.
Well, not
Tonight.
breading, but yeah, crispiness is nice.
Yeah, Gordon will be along. This is EJ, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't take anything down. Right. I'm having the greatest success on YouTube Hyacinth than I've had in my I've added more subscribers in the last 4 months than any time in the history of the channel. So, does that tell you you're doing something wrong or something right? This is good. Yeah, really, Hyacinth. I went from 36,000 to 42,000. Last live stream we added 200 people in one night. So they must see something they like. So you may think that way, I may think that way, but what are our opinions against all of those people? Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
So many people tell me, I just enjoy your life no matter what the hell you're doing. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. So that's a nice tribute, you know? Whether I'm doing electronic repair in the shop, all that stuff. Poor Patty. Hey, Jerry, yeah. You're welcome, Hyacinth. Keep enjoying. Yeah, every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, exactly. Especially when yeah, it's all gold. It's all gold, baby. As somebody once famously said on YouTube, learn to love it.
Sorry
Old
for you,
Elvis,
Seattle
remember?
Judy.
Learn to love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Learn to love it right off the platform.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Shemay.
Yeah, Nick, but I haven't in a while. It's just been so hot. I haven't had any motivation.
It's too hot to be in the
Yeah,
garage.
my garage has no AC and it's very, very, very hot.
You left about 5 minutes in there and you just be dressed
Yeah.
and come out.
Yeah.
You could actually get a lung infection from going in and out of that, sweating and perspiring. Hey, EJ. Hey, there's a beautiful gal. Vivacious Val, how are you? How are you doing, honey? Good to see you. You caught me stuffing my face. Yeah, I don't think people really care what we're doing as long as we're doing it together. Thank you, Mr. Z.
You're welcome.
That was wonderful. Is there a straw over it? Yeah, there is.
There, yes, there it is right here. There you go.
A beautiful, vivacious gal. Had to stop it and see. Isn't that sweet? Thank you, honey. Thank you. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, vivacious gal livens up any live stream. Ooh.
Wait, oh.
Whoa. 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 Mm. Anyway, I came down here. My goal was to make history, and that has now been accomplished on YouTube. You know, came, saw, conquered the streets, and like I said, it'll be a long time till somebody's dedicated enough to go out there for 8.5 hours on the streets when it's 118 degrees. Yeah, poor Judy.
Yeah.
Emwall, how are you? Well, thank you, Emwall, and thank you for your contributions and things have been amazing. Quite a few people donated on Cash App and some other things, and I'm very appreciative of that. Some might call it stupid, but I call it a challenge. Oops.
Thanks, Barry.
There you go. You're hot, huh? Right? Yes, I could have died. Good catch on that drink. If it was me, I would have popped off and drink everywhere. Oh, popped off the lid and drink. Yeah, there you go. She's like, I would have had the lid off. That sucker would have gone everywhere. How you doing, Bianca? I'm going to come back looking darker than Bird. It's going to be crazy. I am looking forward to getting home and crawling into my own bed on Friday nights. Yeah, I hope your headache's better, Naomi. Would work out too. I had some stuff for my birthday was delivered in a foam container with dry ice.
Yeah.
So I kept a container to use for the road.
That's a great.
And it really worked out because I haven't been down to Mexico lately, Val. My wish is to go to Buenos Aires down in Argentina. And Buenos Aires, Asuncion in Paraguay, and Montevideo in Uruguay. Those would be my top choices. I have an urge to go to Buenos Aires and have big meat on the barbecue. It's like when, yes, I don't really want to go down to Chile. It's like when Anthony Bourdain went to Argentina, and he saw that they had like chicken wire over this wood, and they were just throwing slabs of meat and sausages and steaks and stuff on that. And somebody came over and like, would you like some potatoes or fries? He's like, man, get that shit out of my face. There's big meat here, man. I'm here to eat meat. I'm not here to eat. You think I want to fill up on that stuff when they have that meat down there? Dane, but it's winter there. But you know, it's a fascinating country to me. In 1912, they had before they got involved in all the anti-colonialism and all of the craziness with what's the guy's name with not Che Guevara, but Diego Rivera and all the communist bullshit. They were on their GDP was on a par with the their GDP was actually higher than the United States. And then once they got involved with Diego Rivera and all that communist and socialist bullshit, they went right down the shitter after that.
Yeah. So it's usually been a bad partnership from what I've seen.
What a mess. So it's kind of like Louisiana before the Civil War. They were the richest state per capita in the Union, and then after the Civil War, they were the poorest. Just like that in 4 years. And people were so bitter about that when I went down. They were bitter. Oh, they were bitter. The docents that would take us around. This used to be my family's estate, and it's now I'm just drawing wages here, working. Right.
Well, times change. That's all I can say.
Man, crazy stuff. And I think I think in Uruguay has become starting to be a very popular paradise for retirees. The peaches should be there right now. Don't forget the greatest of socialism with communist totalitarianism. Yeah, whatever. They're equally disastrous, whatever they are, right? The reason is they don't understand. They think human nature can be changed. And the only way you do that is you beat that out of them, like in Korea. Go to the smoke. I have zero interest in going to the mountains. Zero.
Let's get some shine. Let's get some OG shine.
Zero interest in the Smoky Mountains. Sweden and Norway are so happy. Sweden's turning into a mess over there. I've already been to the bayou. I already did all over. Louisiana, went up to Baton Rouge up there. Went to Jimmy Swaggart's church.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, the videos there. Right. Meeting Jimmy Swaggart. There I am standing right. This boy's like 6'6".
Swaggering around like he does.
This boy, I look like a shrimp next to this boy, right? I said, Brother Jimmy, could I get a picture with you? Oh, come over here, darling. You love peaches, yeah. All right, that's cool. You love peaches. That's good. I find white peaches are just too sugary. They're too sweet. I like the standard, just yellow peach would be my particular favorite.
I would not turn away either one.
They're like nectarines. They tend to get really, 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 really sweet. Yeah, and I've been to most of them. Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, Niagara Falls. No, I didn't get it's still my Jimmy Swaggart, yeah. I didn't get my El Cortez breakfast today. When it's that hot in the morning, and I've just finished that I had actually part of the front door of the church, the trim over top fell off, probably because the door opening and closing. So I had to run down to Lowe's in the heat. I don't have AC in the van, and go in there and...
Someone was talking about they don't need AC when they come out here, though.
Okay.
I think I heard someone talking about
I
that.
think I can survive it in Vegas without AC.
It's not very comfortable.
But I took the morning fixing that up, getting that back up in place, and putting some molding and tightening the hinges and stuff like that. So that took my morning. But in the heat, I don't have much of I don't really have much of an appetite. I don't feel like eating that much when it's hot.
No, I don't. Even at work, I don't eat a whole lot. I snack mostly. You got another beer in there?
I do not.
No.
Would you like one?
No, that's okay. I'm good.
Well, I could get two up
No,
front
don't worry
if you
about it.
want.
We're good.
Damn, man.
Damn,
You haven't had
man.
a beer yet.
I had a beer in a while. That's all right, though.
I
Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Oh, my back.
had that one. I bought 3, and I only ever drink 2, and I.
Whenever you leave, I always have beer left over in my fridge.
Yes, I know.
It's like, oh, I got like 2 or 3 of these different.
Well, just enjoy them while they're there, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I usually only drink anymore when either you're around or I go to my parents on the weekend or something.
yeah, I like
I
that.
have a
My
beer
1 or 2 beers a night.
Yeah. I get too
On the
tired. I get
Rancho.
too sleepy. It's not even fun anymore. Just fun laying down.
You just wanna curl up in a ball
Yeah.
on the bed after
So
that.
comfortable.
It's-
Nothing's going on.
Right, you just crawl into your man cave there and tell everybody, don't bother me over
I
here.
got a cricket living in my bathroom right now. Oh my god, dude.
Is it driving you crazy?
Yeah.
Recluse, spider, deer, ticks, all in the woods. Yeah, who needs that stuff? Right, I need to be eaten like a bear, eaten by a bear like a hole in the head, right? I was watching these dopes at Yellowstone Park, right, being charged by buffalo and tripping and being seven
Dude, what are people
seven
thinking,
broken
man?
ribs and
You farting around
punctured lung. And
with a 7-foot moose and shit?
I
I
hope
mean,
that was
what?
good. I hope you enjoyed it, right?
Dude, I go next to horses at my boss's place, and
Man,
horses
you-
are big. Imagine a moose with big old freaking antlers. Dude, I imagine one of those horses kicking me. Wow.
You thought I was dumb creeping around abandoned places
Yeah.
burned up down in.
Well, it's not
That
too
was
bright.
pretty dumb.
That's stupid. It's not as stupid as farting with a moose or a buffalo or some shit.
Idiots say you can take that country life. That's just not the thing for me, man. That's not the. My mother was a vodka drinker. Let's see that. All right, wait a minute. But I like to do dumb stuff. I just I hate the way beer tastes. I like. What'd you say? I like beer.
There's a lot of different beers. I'm not a very big fan of domestic American beers. I don't hate them. I'm just not a fan of them. Microbreweries be the closest to a European beer. I like German beers.
I like my cheap Busch Light. I can't wait to get back to the Rancho and squirrel out a nice cold Busch Light.
Tell you, there's some Belgian ales that are so high in alcohol content. Yo,
I just can't
man,
do ales.
they're so strong. Wow.
Take you back out to the wetlands. I think it would. I hope his recovery's going well. Adopted the 5th longer travel's good. I'd go out there again, but it's easy to get lost in there, and they might never even find you again. They would never ever find you again. Right? That's my fear. Plus, in those wetlands, you could hear stuff like slithering
Stuff.
around. There's just weird sounds coming out of there. But what really impressed me, that's the return for the water from the city that gets recycled back again. And it's like a waterfall and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. You know,
Yeah, it's
who
a
would know in
reclamation,
Vegas that's even there? I thought that was pretty cool. Right? I thought that was pretty amazing. To see, who knew that Vegas is a really ecologically minded city in terms of how it recycles its water and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Chris
it's gotta
Brown,
be-
how are you? Hey
It-
Willa, how are you? I'm
This-
having a good evening. I'm just winding down my trip.
Southern Nevada has been real good at reclaiming water. So, people, if you're taking a shower for 20 minutes, you're not wasting the water. It's getting recycled.
Right.
You're just wasting your money. So enjoy your shower as long as you want to pay
I'm not
for it.
sure,
you know.
Barry.
Now, if it goes out on the
If
lawn,
I
then
walk
it's not
tonight,
recovered.
it'll only just be around Fremont. Mr. Z, were the drummers of the big hair bands really good?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Who
Tommy Aldridge.
who was your favorite?
Well, there's Nickel McBrain, Tommy Aldridge. Dude, there's so many of those drummers are awesome. It depends, again, of course, who you're talking about, but yeah.
He can
the guy
easily name off. These are they're all legendary.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, Craig.
Bobby Blotzer played for Rat. He was really good. Rat would have been a hair band. Yeah. I like Rat. I saw them in concert.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Nico. I met him. I met Bruce Dickinson.
Wow.
Bruce Dickinson is really, really short, the lead singer. But he was cool as all get out, though. He was really cool.
You met him? Huh?
Yeah.
Where did you meet him?
When I was working security at the Aladdin.
Oh wow. Was he passing through?
Iron Maiden was playing.
Were you
Queensryche
working the
was
venue?
playing.
Were you working the venue?
Yeah, Iron Maiden,
Wow.
Queensryche, and Rob Halford were playing all on the same night, and I met Nickel McBrain, Bruce Dickinson. I met Rob Halford, talked with him for a few minutes. Actually, wearing a security
Thank you,
outfit
Greg.
doesn't hurt, so it wasn't like I was just schlepping around. And,
I think that's pretty cool.
yeah. And Jeff Tate from Queensryche was really cool too. So those guys are awesome. Not like a lot of the performers these days who are all hoity-toity and.
Not like Nickelback. I always say that.
Sorry, what was
Everybody recoils in horror, and I'm like, well, hell, somebody bought that shit. You know, I mean, somebody bought their
Somebody
crap,
bought Justin
right?
Bieber stuff too, right? Just saying.
Oh man, how you doing, Alan? Good
Hey,
to
Alan.
see you. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like I always feel, oh, I hate Nickelback. Well, hell, somebody had to buy it, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not that they don't make decent music, it's just not, I don't know.
No, they got caught with a meme or something. You know what I mean? They got caught up in the storm. How's business in Vegas? Summer's a little slower, but you know, stuff's getting done. Mr. Z's busy
Yeah.
as all get out. I bought their CD and it was blank. You must have got one of those Vegas CDs. The guy, remember we used to see the guy that would sell this blank sheet walker?
Oh, yeah. The dipping sauce from Cane's is good, and I didn't see Motley Crue in concert, but I did see Fat Ozzy. Geez, I saw so many bands. Def Leppard with Rick Allen when he had both arms. I've seen, wow, so many. Rush 3 times. I've seen a lot of bands.
You like Blackbird as many times as you snuck into the Hollywood Bowl down there.
Oh yeah. Haven't seen AC/DC. That's one band I regret not seeing. The Scorpions I didn't get to see.
I'm not sure what you mean Target, Rosie. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Now, June said they don't drink a lot of tequila in California. I would beg to differ. I think that you go to a club, they're going to have the Herradura and the Patron, and they're going to have the Jose Cuervo. You're going to see a lot of tequila get drunk out here on the West Coast.
Didn't get so much into the Osmonds, but I remember seeing them on TV.
What? You almost lost your man card on that.
Well, I was asked, so I had to reply. I mean, honestly, no, wasn't really a Osmond fan. They're up there with the Partridge Family for me, you know.
Holy crap.
So.
Oh yeah, I used to dread when the Partridge Family would come on TV. Holy crap. With that bus. Oh shit. Who now that Celine is gone? Love Celine. Well, you've had Adele's been coming through. She's been holding up at the
There's a few.
Caesar's Palace Forum.
There's a few people here that are doing that now. I think the Eagles are supposed to have a short thing at the Sphere. I think the Eagles. I think it was. That's the popular thing now. A lot of people like to do that. Thank you very much. So we all need more cowbell. That scene, that's always playing in my head. So if you can imagine what it's like to be me.
Yeah, but they drink a lot of, it's close to Mexico, so there's a huge Mexican population.
Yeah, Shania Twain.
Yes, Shania Twain. There's a huge Mexican population that loves to drink, and a lot of white boys like to drink tequila too.
Yeah, Meg, I'm not a big Eagles fan. There's some good songs. I mean, but I wouldn't pay the money they're charging to see them though.
12 years, that's the only strike I ever got because of copyright was Eagles, because the system finally caught up that it was caught on background of a live stream, and they just chose to strike it instead of just removing it, right? So.
Hey, Alan, I seen Emerson, Lake and Palmer in concert. They were freaking outstanding. I didn't realize I had known so many of their songs until I'd seen them in concert. I'm like, oh, it's one of those. They play that. Holy crap! They play that. Holy crap! I like that song. So yeah, ELP.
Some one-band wonders. Rare Earth. Yeah, hey Sig, I remember Rare Earth.
Rare Earth.
How you doing, Sig? How's JP doing? Thank you, sir. Turn the beat around, man.
Yeah, most of the people from back in those days, we were talking earlier about the heavy metal guys, some of the ones I've met, they were so much more down to earth than a lot of these performers nowadays. Really egotistical and what's up, Sig? Yeah, we're just talking about, yeah, I met a couple of pretty cool performers. I saw Leonard Skinner, but it wasn't with, it was with which Johnny Van Zant, his brother. It was in the late 80s. Not Ronnie, but Johnny Van Zant doing it. They were good. They still put on an awesome show. But yeah, some of these prices they charge for these bands, bro, I don't care how good they are. You could bring Neil Peart back, and I'm not going to pay $500 to see Rush. I just wouldn't. And that's my band. I wouldn't pay that much. It's just ridiculous. Some of these prices, man. You're just paying for the venue's electricity, you know.
You know the one who's still doing this.
What, really?
Barry Manilow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I remember him years ago with Sheena Easton at the old Hilton.
I couldn't tell you, Naomi. I wasn't there, but generally having worked casino security for concerts and stuff, it's there, but it's not stringent. I mean, you know, we keep the stupid people away, but like Rosie said earlier, if you're bound and determined to do something,
You'll do it.
you'll find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's only so many safeguards.
Security can only defeat you so much.
That's what I was
You might be
mentioned earlier.
willing to lay down your life for stupidly and get shot on the way in. Hey, Granny.
You know, be careful with believing
And I don't
conspiracy
want
theories too soon. You'd be surprised how stupid people can just plain
and I
be.
don't want any security people to be shot and killed either because of trying to maintain a safe venue. That sucks in itself, right? So you're talking about experienced person that
Ingve. That's a name.
had to take somebody down at the Cortez and haul
Oh, no, that was the-
him
that was
on the
the,
ground, man.
Yeah, that was at the.
Don't mess with this guy.
Ingve, yeah, that's a name I ain't seen in a while. See, I was able to pronounce that. As soon as I saw that just went, "Whoop."
Oh, thank you, Stig. And then he's working at Luxor.
I was at,
Oh no,
at
the Excalibur.
Excalibur, yeah,
And
yeah.
somebody did a flyer out the window. And
Oh,
you had
yeah.
You had the young person their first night on or something.
Yeah, we had
And
someone
you're like,
jump
well,
out of the
it's gonna be a
window.
hell of an inauguration. for
Yeah, that was her first night. I was her FTO that
you.
night.
Oh man. Do you miss security? Doing security work at all? I mean, you might have advanced to like a head of security or something. You know?
I know, I didn't want to do that. That's the only thing I didn't do is because
Yeah,
once you do that,
was
your
security
salary.
at the Excalibur. You were at Aladdin because I have the shirt.
That must have been way old at Aladdin. Well, what era of Kiss? Was it OG Kiss? Or was it when they
Was
had
it
like,
Beth? I hear you calling, but
Aladdin
I
did go
can't
way
come
back.
to the phone. Me and the boys. So I wear that Aladdin shirt from the front. It looks like Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. But he's got the, everybody's 7-Eleven kind of moves to the back of the store when I go in and stuff to get my coffee. It's pretty doggone
sideways
funny.
peeks to check you out. See who
Yeah,
you
then
are.
they see the back there. Oh, okay, you know, whatever the hell Aladdin. They think it's a bail bond
Motherfucker.
company.
Yeah, right.
They think it's a bail bond company. Aladdin bail bonds.
Let
up
freedom
there.
ring.
When are you doing another Black Widow hunt? You really have to wait until September for prime time. For
August is pretty good. August.
Yeah,
End of
August,
September is
September,
probably-
it peaks into September, so
They've
I'm gonna
been
be back
They've
in.
been around all summer, eating, feeding.
I'll be back in early September, so.
That big.
They get really fat and juicy because they've been feeding on all the
Yeah.
cockroaches and things that are.
And it's been hot, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been a lot of.
I'm sure it's a lot. Yeah, he always has,
Thank you very much.
always styling.
We all got a fever. The only
Hey,
prescription
Michelle.
is more cowbell.
Oh,
Yeah, Alan, that's what I'm saying. I was seeing my bands in the early '80s, and yeah, you're paying still $15-20 back then. I paid, I think, $18 to see Def Leppard Pyromania tour.
Yeah, what do you think tickets are to Spear for the
Jeez.
Eagles?
I think they're like,
$500 for starters.
I think I heard they're like, I want to say, for some reason, like 170 and above.
I don't think they'll.
They're just ridiculous. It's even that's.
Hey, Kitty, good to see you, honey. Thanks for coming in. I thought the Eagles, when hell freezes over, we'll be back together.
Oh yeah.
But Mazuma brings them all back
They
together.
needed that money. They
eventually.
needed more cars and cool stuff.
Yeah, I had a
and toys.
girlfriend in high school. Oh, I got to see Barry Manilow. Oh, you can't smile when you drag me to Barry Manilow. It's like he's coming back in town. I broke up with her. I said I can't do it anymore.
The ticket prices are crazy, and then you have all these bots that are buying up all the good seats. You don't even get any good seats anymore.
You know.
Used to be a day. You probably remember you actually go to the ticket office and get shit.
You don't do that shit anymore.
No, man.
But they're gonna break up Ticketmaster and
Yeah.
because it's too
Ticketmaster.
it's too much of a monopoly.
It's been
just-
proven that there's
Yeah.
there's corruption there. It's
That should please Magda that they're gonna break up Ticketmaster and all that
I'm down for that.
BS. They've just destroyed.
Power to the people.
You know, Barry's songs. I don't know. We can see him with a guitar for her.
You got to play the records backwards. A lot more devious than Ozzy ever was. Yeah, Naomi, I saw them way back. Pyromania. With that leaving Clouten Globe.
Billy Bob Thornton. That's cool. Tickets start at 200 here in
Yeah, that's
Australia.
crazy. I'm not paying for a band 200, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. Cost. Yeah, they bought up the tickets, Magda, and you can't have that type of monopoly that just seizes tickets for any event. So they're already after Ticketmaster to break them up. Yeah, you used to go to the box office and buy tickets.
Yeah, and I saw you went to Zeppelin. Holy crap! Now that
Hey Dave, how you doing?
when was that? What year was that? Just curious. I didn't catch that. If you had that on there. Of course, John Bonham was my first drumming hero. Of course.
My first drumming hero was Buddy Rich.
Yeah,
He
Buddy
always had
Rich
his
was
tongue
awesome.
out.
Yeah.
But drummers weren't really featured in that era anyway. They were, you might have your 30-second cut of fame and then that was it.
Well,
We're wrapping up for the night.
there was a part, if you consider, just like what you said, if people were considering Karen Carpenter, rest in peace, in the same league as like John Bonham and Neil Peart and these people, yeah, that's pretty out of touch with actual
There
talent.
was something in the air, my friend. Do, 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 Fernando. Do, 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 do. I saw Prince.
Yeah, concerts used to be affordable.
Yeah, everything's sports concerts. It's all elitist now. There's, you know, but that's a tribute to how many people have money, right?
Yeah, Glenn Fry is a big one too. That
Scalpers.
used to be.
Well, I would have liked to have seen Neil Young before he died. You know.
Well, I'm not saying she wasn't talented. I'm just saying the level of talent compared to some of the other artists, it's like comparing a security officer to a cop. No disrespect, it's just there wasn't.
She said she wanted to see ABBA.
Oh, ABBA's cool. I mean, 73, wow, bro.
And she's finding the stairway to heaven.
Well, I guess I'm
Love
saying
to-
there's a different genre,
Love to
but at the
slow.
time, I believe Playboy magazine counted her up in the top 5 of rock and roll drummers at the time, and that's just not, you just can't do that. No disrespect. She was good, but let's see what I got tomorrow. Oh, 8 o'clock.
Scorpions.
Lake Las Vegas.
Planet Hollywood a couple months ago. I think maybe the Ramones, the Romantics, Whitesnake. Here I go again.
Now, Whitesnake. Whitesnake was a good band.
That
David
was a
Coverdale.
great band.
Wow.
Great band, man.
That was an awesome band.
Tawny Katane.
Oh,
On
she
the
was in
hood
that
of a
case, from what I
Jaguar.
understand, yeah.
Yeah.
There was supposedly, I think they've edited. Well, yeah. Bonham would just smash those things. And then,
No, I
if you
don't
remember
like
Bonham
soccer.
does Montreux,
It's too boring. Americans like to see offense,
and I like soccer if it's a good game.
but you never know if it's a good.
You know, well, it depends on the teams they're playing. I saw Real Madrid play, I don't remember, it was one of the Mexican League teams. I don't remember who it was at the Silver Bowl
Neil
here.
Young.
That was an awesome. Ronaldo was playing. Ronaldo, Sami Khedira, Özil was playing. That was a really good
I
show.
mean, if you're seeing Neil Young, you're seeing a legend, a bona fide legend. 50 years. Tori Amos. We saw Los Lobos, Carrie Underwood. She did a good concert in Reno. Oh, California girls are the hippest in the world. Well, what was the most sentimental female voice ever?
If we'll talk about some of the coolest, probably
I mean,
most.
I love Motown. I mean, Thelma Houston.
Well, for me, if you talk about a female voice, mesmerizing would be Enya. She could sing. Well, Linda Ronstadt had a voice.
You have Neil Young still going good. Aretha Franklin. I just like Thelma Houston. Don't leave me this way. Ooh, 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 your tenderness. Don't leave me this way. Ah, baby, my heart is full of love and desire for you. I love that Motown. I cry at the death of Motown. Yeah, I thought Cher had a pretty common alto voice. I mean, I didn't think there was anything. She had good songs. She had good music. I didn't think her singing was exceptional. It was just entertaining, you know. She brought in the auto tune and I mean, she was just a solid performer. I don't know what to tell you. Obviously, she hits the market very well, so, you know, I've never critiqued and she taught a lot of these younger people about auto-tune and all that shit.
We are in Las Vegas.
Well, don't you
Aye.
believe in us, ever the do. I can do.
Now, Carpenter definitely have talent. Unfortunately, there was other issues there that was just tragic, unfortunately.
Do. Don't pour your love out on me. Take my heart, my soul, my money. But don't leave me here drowning in my tears. Haven't I been good to you? What about that diamond ring? Now you're pushing me along. Now I'm walking out that way. One-hit wonders, right? Hamilton, Joe Frank.
That was a badass song, though.
Yeah, it was
You
a
could
great
tell.
song. Oh no, there's a man to hug and kiss. Oh gracious.
Yeah, class goes, Dave, unless it's a
man to hug
felony.
and kiss is like you just killed it, man, right there. There's Mary's like singing. Every time Tara comes to visit, she'll be up in early November, by the way. She always puts a song bug in my head for the next year, you know. She'll have some obscure thing that went to #1 that nobody even, and it'll just be revived, right? Glasgow Dave hates it that I don't like soccer. Yeah, Neil Young. Speaking one here, did you like Escape, the Pina Colada? Yeah.
Let me tell you, listen to that. That's a weird ass song, because if you think about the whole pretext, you have a dude and a chick that are cheating on each other. They are cheating on each other, who end up hooking up with each other, not knowing it's going to be them.
Yeah,
and then,
there
oh,
you
it's
go,
okay.
man.
Oh, hey, oh, you were cheating on me? Oh, that's okay. Well, hey, this is fun, isn't it? Let's have some drinks.
Hey, Nikki.
It's kind of weird if you think about that.
Lee
I thought
Hale's
about
like,
that.
I like the music on the Baltimore block. The entertainment district of Baltimore. Right, Dolly Show Bar and Dimples and all these, the Big Top and all that.
Open, sure.
Showtime, gents, showtime. Come on in, so fresh you could slap it in there. Showtime. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Hmm?
David Lee Roth, of course. I seen Van Hagar.
Although I like Hagar and Drive 55.
Well, I seen Van Hagar at the out here at the UNLV, and it was okay. But David Lee Roth is Van Halen. Well, singer-wise. Sammy's cool. Just not feeling it so
I
much.
think we're alone now. Oh man, that's one I wanted to smash the radio after the like Rhinestone Cowboy after the 10,000th time I heard it shucking corn.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Shucking corn outside of a seafood restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland. 13 bushels a day. As soon as you finish, here comes Corn Man with his truck with another 13 bushels. Oh man, I'm a Rhinestone Cowboy. Ooh. Night folk coming over the phone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Man, I just that transistor radio, it just smashed that thing. Ah, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sundown, you better take care.
It is a good
If I
song.
find you be
Unfortunately, yeah, it was
creeping down
overplayed.
my
There's so
back
many good songs that do get overplayed.
Sometimes when it feels like I'm
Coming to the U.S., Dave?
You booked for the USA. I'll warn everybody, Dave. He was a session guitarist, very much of a genius.
Glenn Campbell was awesome. Oh my God.
Well,
Very
back
much.
then, they would just over every fifth song, they would play the top song, and it just got to be so insane. Right? You just went out of your mind. Here he is again, Glenn Campbell, that #1 hit, sweeping the nation. Rhinestone Cowboy. Do 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 do. That was 50 years ago. We don't remember. I sure remember. I remember it like it was yesterday. Unfortunately, I have a memory like a steel trap. I was watching that John F. Kennedy's funeral on a black and white TV, 1963. Where has all the music gone? Long time passing. How about Peter, Paul, and Mary? Tracy, a green alligator and a long neck goose, a humpty-back camel.
How about
I
Tiny
love
Tim?
that song. I love that song, man. I love that song. Yes, I love Peggy Lee. Is that all there is? Yeah.
Off the
Peggy
Magic
Lee,
Dragon,
Brenda
yes.
Lee. Ooh, do 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 do, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. I loved it. Yeah, the wedding song. Now then, what's to be the reason for becoming man and wife? I'm available for hire at your wedding, by the way. Country music. Gathered in his name, there is love. And love. I would come and see you if I could afford it.
That'd be cool to have a little bash here in Las Vegas. Chill out on Fremont
The only
Street.
problem when you go to arrange something like that, people they bail at the last
Big
minute.
cheese, yeah.
You know, the cat got shot in the head.
Hey,
or
Charles.
something. Hey Charles, how are you? Right, the cat. We'll wait till I get on the guitar back home.
Yeah, bluegrass is pretty cool.
Buck Owens.
Buck Owens, yeah.
Earl Scruggs.
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was a legend. He is a legend.
That burning ring of fire. Down, down, down. Yeah, Rancho time's coming. I'm the kind of guy who likes to surprise. I'm the person that hates surprises, Dave. Right? I'm the kind of person that hates surprises. And burn, burn, burn the ring of fire. Do 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 do. Going to Vegas, what, honey? What did she say?
The Wrecking Crew.
Going to Vegas in October, my love. Hey, I'm gonna be here in September.
Sounds familiar. Refresh my memory.
And then will I be back for the Tonopah and Goldfield?
Maybe November-ish, maybe we'll think.
December, isn't it?
December?
Yeah,
November?
wasn't it gonna be December?
It's up to you. I mean, you let me know now, so that way I can. Oh, December might be a little crazy now.
We'll make it November.
Yeah, I think November's probably probably the best. Yeah, you talking big shit now till you get out there. Oh my
He
God,
knows.
it's cool.
He knows. I'm so much better suited for hot weather than I cry like a baby. How would you feel if I turned up while you were doing a live at your house? You would be welcome, Dave. You would be welcome. Let's see. When is F1 December? And where's the Goldfield? if you go north from Las Vegas, the up 95,
Yeah.
you don't go to Pahrump, not on 95.
I'd have to double check. I'm not
not.
sure. Yeah, I think you take another.
Separate road that goes out. You go 95, you're gonna hit a town called Goldfield where I did a hotel video of the door was open, banging in the wind, and of course I helped myself to just go in and look around. Goldfield's a cool, weird town, and then you go into Tonopah, which has the most haunted hotel. I think that's where we're overnighting, right up in Tonopah, up there at the Mitzpah
Yeah.
Hotel,
Yeah.
up there. That's when I went to bed fully clothed, and I woke up wrapped in a sheet naked in a sheet. I don't know what happened overnight. The rocker was rocking itself out in the hallway. You have to go back and see the video. Just put Tonopah in the search box. I look like a Western tart that just woke up in the morning.
A brothel bimbo.
Wow. I fell into that burning bed. Dude. We've had people throw candy over the fence. We've had people come on. We've had all kinds of things. We've had people jump the fence and be on the Rancho property. Yeah, it's a Mitzvah hotel. It's actually a very nice hotel. My problem when I went up to Tonopah, the big problem was that historically it was very difficult to do a cinematic feature because they would have an A&W slam next to a historic hotel.
The zoning is kind of off kilter.
It's terrible, right? There was no preservation of the historic district of it, so I found it incredibly hard. You have the Clown Motel there with the graveyards. I went in and talked to the owner. You can see all these videos are out there.
Yeah, probably, huh? That's funny.
In Tonopah. I found it probably the most frustrating town I ever tried to. I never could do a cinematic feature of that town. I still want to buy property, but make it a huge kitchen stadium. Whew, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I could do the air quality in Bakersfield. Now, why do I say that? Because generally the winds prevail from the northwest to west-northwest. That being the case, the Central Valley, all the meth lab, all the pollution, smoke. All the ag business pollution gets trapped. It all gets trapped at the southern end of the Central Valley, and sometimes you can't even see the Tehachapi Mountain. It's so. I've done YouTube shorts. You can go see. You can't even make out the huge mountain in front of you. So I don't want to breathe that stuff all the time. People got pissed I didn't do any videos in Bakersfield. I just moved on to Lone Pine, up 395, up the east side of the Sierras, which was beautiful. Press is really light out here. Let's come on, let's make it happen. Come on. What the hell is that? Craig Sr. Craig, I don't think that you would enjoy Bakersfield. You could go to the Buck Owens Museum or whatever, but right? Yeah, it's pretty scrappy in the Central Valley. Fresno, I don't want to say I feared for my life in downtown Fresno, but I kind of feared for my life down there. Let's see. 100.1 FM in Perth play country all music. Oh, that's cool. The records for
real quick. Do you have some of their names? I probably know them, I just didn't realize it.
I think it's beautiful around Bishop, California and Lone Pine, California. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. If you're up in Bishop, you're about maybe 60 miles from Carson City. That whole area is really beautiful around that. Up in the Sierras there, it's just beautiful. The whole nobody rides 395, so it's amazing. I couldn't believe I could Manzanita Japanese internment camp in World War II. The Clear Lake area is a drug-infested, meth-infested shithole. The lake is actually green right now. There's so much algae. It's dogs swim in it. They die the next day.
Oh.
Lucerne drugs, Clear Lake drugs, terrible. I don't know how, what's his name? Shit. JK NoCal.
Oh.
Like, every time, not your kind of place, every time he gets stuff stolen out, he's got a couple pieces of land up there in Clear Lake. Every time he tries to put up some kind of structure, they just, hey Donna, they just break into it and steal everything that he has and stuff. I don't know, it's the largest freshwater lake in California.
I sing in my car, I sing in the shower, I don't sing in public.
If the state got involved, they'd probably destroy it, so once and for all. I've only been up there a couple times. It's not cool. Not cool. It's like the worst of Missouri and freaking Ozarks all put together up there. Throw in some meth and not worth it.
All right, Michelle.
All right, Michelle.
Hey, Buttercup.
Hey, Buttercup, what's going on? Hey, Vicky. I just can't abide Clear Lake. Lake County is it's too inaccessible. It's too hard. I don't even really like Mendocino County up there. Or, Mendo County up in, Willits and Ukiah and all that way. Just the roads are all the puke roads, they're all like this. Logging trucks doing 80 miles an hour and trying to push you off the road. Yeah. Flipping you off. I fell into a burning ring of fire. And my radio heading south. Turn the radio on. Ooh, country music can. Turn the radio on. Let's all be morons. Country music really hasn't changed that much as a genre. I'm gonna have to go at cooking. What do you say? I'm having to go at cooking a whole pig. Good luck to you. Look like he said he's throwing a whole pig on the spit. So.
Wow.
There you go. Welcome to Hawaii.
Nothing like a good old spit roast.
La lady, ooh, on the Capuana,
Oh no. I stay in state. I don't do any traveling. I'm too old for that. Getting too old to travel.
Do.
I can still control it. Wrap it around my neck.
I could use, man, there's a real lost art to pot roast, you know? Get a chuck roast, throw all your carrots and potatoes and onions in there, man, and just go for it. Let that baby cook away for about 12 hours. He loves it. He's a detention whore. Hey, Taylor, how are you? You think I'm an attention whore?
I'm a patch whore. I'm not an attention whore. I like patches. Give me patches.
I forgot your patch again.
This is my current patch, just in case
Damn,
anybody is curious.
You're Contra Costa County Sheriff Department. Hey, Margot, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey, Tyler.
I like his patches. It's always cool to go to Boulder and look around that store.
I figure Tater loves something like that.
Yeah.
I've got my throat punch patch, my fuck around and find out patch. I've got my...
Taylor's a little doll, man. I don't know how little she is, but she's a doll. She's a doll. She's got one in the oven, so I don't know when the kid's popping out or whatever, like popping fresh dough. Oh, look at Vicky. Oh, kisses, Mr. Z. Ooh. You know, Vicky always wanted to, right?
Oh,
what are you going to report, Patty Wakefield? Patty, sorry, we just reported you. Patty's like, as usual, I get caught up in the mistake.
Oh, I missed it. I'm not lost.
Do. Yeah, she's beloved in the Boyd.
Okay.
She's been always been a great friend of the channel and a very nice person.
I'm not familiar with that guy.
Very classy. I always liked her style a lot. From way back on the Real Stream when she was modding over there and stuff.
I'm not familiar with how Bling was that.
She has high standards, which I like. She'd rather walk away from something than piss her self-worth away on something. I like that.
Yeah, and a lot of the session drummers or session musicians, that's where the real talent is the guys that go in and also do just studio things for everybody. Yeah, that's where the real talent is.
Like how many
play everything.
How many songs in the 50s, 60s did the Jordanaires back up for Elvis and everybody? Patty, who was it? Patsy Cline, and they were all the Jordanaires. Crazy.
I've met a few people here in town that were they're legitimate that we would talk and they played for so many different bands sitting in for this album, that album. It's incredible.
Yeah, the Jordanaires, I love them. Harvey, how are you?
How you doing, mate?
Feeling so blue. Ooh, 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 my love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, the Jordanaires, you couldn't beat them. They must have made a fortune as a backup for people. I mean, a fortune. Green grass. Oh, wait a minute. A lot of trouble. Green grass and high time, they're one of the best. Yeah.
Besides me, I'm not my favorite, but
Dave Weckl.
Dave Weckl, oh yeah. Dave Weckl, yeah. Now, you're talking favorites, I'll probably have to put two at the top, neither one over the other.
Just toss a match and just burn the house down and collect the insurance money. And then move to take a nice vacation in Tenerife. Right? How you doing, Brian? Good to see you. Right.
I'd say Neil Peart
I have to
and John
direct
Bonham.
Harvey's life, right? I have to tell him what to do. Take a vacation in Spain. You need a camera in this crime-ridden London. But Harvey, you have $1 million home, man. Why don't you sell it and move on? Why don't you move to Romania or something, man?
Yeah, when I
Settle
say
down, find a nice Roma girl, and she'd like a right good chap like you.
when I say Neil Peart and John Bonham, it's not cliche. It's literally that was just my era of growing up with drummers. So exactly, Rupert.
We had Mr. Z was kind enough to bring in canes, which is the first time I had canes, which I thought was pretty good. It was pretty good. We had chicken tenders, fries. I mean, yeah. Sell the damn place, man. Right, be done with it. Yeah, it's the first time I ever had canes. And I enjoyed it. The chicken tenders were A plus. The coleslaw was good. The dipping sauce was good. The fries were there's crinkle fries. I never like anybody's fries, so that's not unusual. I'm not a big fries eating person.
I'm not. I mean, I like good hot fries right off the bat, but I don't eat a lot of them. Just kind of snack and then go for the hamburger.
They're just not my. They're not my gig.
As soon as they get cold, they're just blah, blah.
Or they're wimpy.
Yeah, those were kind of wimpy. Those. They weren't hefty.
Sorry,
Wimpy.
Jeez. Too funny. Okay, let's go with crusty. Even I don't know. I've really turned away a lot from carbs lately. Like I used to like pancakes. I used to look forward to pancakes. Now just the thought of pancakes just revolts me these days.
Well,
Ask me why, I don't even know.
I think pancakes are like fries to me. They're okay, but they're just filler. They don't have a lot of flavor, just filler more. If you're hungry, they're great. But I like fried potatoes in the skillet like that. That sounds good. Yeah, some salt on it.
Well, you like corned beef hash.
That shirt says, I have a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Christopher Walken, Saturday Night Live.
But I don't.
You'll probably YouTube that scene. It's really great.
I don't like
salt and pepperoni. That's all you need.
Can't do pancakes anymore. I'm even turned off the biscuits and gravy. I told you about that. Cortez.
Yeah.
They took a bowl of oatmeal from $10 to $14.
It's
In
crazy.
2 months.
It's crazy.
2 months.
It's crazy.
40% increase.
Onions are good too. Saute them. Oh, I love that. In a skillet with some butter. Wow. And caramelized. Boy, that and some potatoes. Now you're talking. That's some good comfort right there. Oh, and then some cheese on top. Wow.
That I have written a love letter to the cops.
A long letter.
Well, even a long letter, Harvey, you can't expect too much, man. It's 2024, dude. Now you got the labor in there, so dude, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Harvey is the woman and the boy. I use my camera for security. Yeah, I don't know.
Christopher Walken is too cool to be the Antichrist. He's too funny. He doesn't even have to try. That's what's so glorious about it.
Definitely
Potato pancakes. Nah, you're talking. Yeah.
I guess I'd try yours, Nikki. I'm just saying, honey, but
some applesauce.
I'd rather just have, like, I unfortunately got some really shattering news. Last week I went down to the Blue Skillet on Charleston.
Oh no.
Down there, and I went in, and the
That's why
waitress.
it's so funny.
The waitress is, and I just have like, I don't do the carbs and stuff, and it's nice. You can get a ham steak or something, and she's like, they're closing there at the end of the month, and they're moving over to Fort Apache Road, which is way over on the other side of town. Right, we passed Fort Apache when Father and I were going to Pahrump. It's way over on the west side of town. So I'm gonna miss them. Do 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 do.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, the Beach Boys.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
miss
my
the
gosh.
Blue Skillet split.
I've heard something about that conspiracy. So the Blue Skillet is closing.
Yeah, they're
huh?
gonna go
Oh,
to
man.
Fort Apache Road, way over.
Oh, they're
on
moving. So
way
okay.
over on the west side of
Yeah, over.
town on the road to
over that
Pahrump
side, yeah.
out there. I'm gonna miss that, man. That was like the best value. Now there's nothing. You just can't make a go of it. It's too dangerous and you can't even get the employees to work there. I have got lots to lose. Why don't you just sell it and move on? Move in with your sister and your brother-in-law for a while. They live the high life, Harvey. They got money coming at the wazoo with their fancy cars. He's got a rich brother-in-law and his sister. Yeah, you're gone next week. I'm saying sell your place and just move in there for a while. Just be a pensioner and just, find a nice estate home and a nice estate.
I'm okay with my neighbors at least that much. I've had a few
I
that
like
have come
it.
and
I
gone,
like
but
your neighborhood.
my neighbors are all really cool. At least
I like your neighborhood.
the people right around me have
If you're
been there for a long
cool,
time.
If you're cool with people, it's like my neighborhood, everybody knows me. They see this doof with the camera out there and everything. They know I'm on YouTube. But Harvey's been talking about selling for 8 years.
I would love that.
Man,
I like a house where I could go out my back door and just start plinking away.
I want to sell my place and I want to open a boarding house. A 10-room boarding house and just have people come and hang out, $300 a month. And then if you want food, another $300, $600 a month. Can you imagine what a party place that would be? Hire a woman to just make breakfast, sack lunch, and then just have dinner. No, I don't want to open a brothel. It's too hard to manage women. Too hard.
I'd have to be the QA inspector, of course.
I gotta tell them all, oh, you're beautiful. I gotta keep morale up and everything, and right? You know what I mean? Twisted. It's a full-time job to keep these ladies
In
these
line.
ladies on the go, right? Your tablet was at 2%. Nikki, you know what I'm saying, right? I got a management problem. What am I, human resources? What am I, Cheryl S., right? Right. I want to manage
You're the
a
kind of-
bunch of chicks like a hole in
You're the
egg.
kind of boss that has that paperweight where it's the grenade. It says, "Take a number, please. You're next." Right? You pull it.
I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do it. That's it. Run? No, I don't think so, Magda. Not me. It's too hard to run the ladies. It's too difficult. Personalities get all knotted up and everything, and then some of them think you're playing a favorite, or and then, oh man, right? I just like to have a place people can come and hang out for a while. Yeah, June said we
It's
might
not a
end
bad
up living
idea.
underground. Well, June, you always like mole people, little rats. The freaking mole people. No, I lived in a boarding. I enjoyed hostels, staying in hostels. I enjoy meeting people. I still think boarding houses are going to make a big comeback. Do, 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 Ooh. I remember the boarding house in Baltimore, but June, Amanda Hug and Kiss will be, oh my God, here we go again to tell the story of my boarding house. The woman ran, she'd get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and pop her first can of and by the time it was breakfast time and stuff, I mean, she could cook like a demon, man. Even when she was 12 years, she could still lay it down, man. But she talks so slow. How y'all doing? Don't forget now that breakfast is served between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Lunch will be a sack lunch you can pick up. And I got some nice ripe tomatoes down in the market. Everybody's like, just put the fucking food down and stop. We don't need to hear it all. Just feed us, man. Just feed us. Would you ever go to a Publix on in Turkey or Eastern Europe? Can you imagine what they would do to me over there, Magda? Right? A choice little morsel like me in there. You know, when Hugo gets a hold of you. And just, you know, don't roll me over, please. Just put your legs up.
You don't want to? Well, we got something that'll help you with that.
After what I saw that they did to Anthony Bourdain over there, they even added sound effects to his massage. His friend Shamir took him to this place.
I could probably do with that.
Oh my God, you could hear the bones cracking and stuff.
I need that. Oh my God.
He said, I will pay you back, man. I will pay you back, Shamir. He was on that table. They had him bent up like he was a bow of a ship, you know.
You know, yeah, I will take a water. Yeah, I want to give me one in water.
I was just like, oh shit, man. Magda, could you imagine? Shit, a good-looking thing like me landing over there like something out of Midnight Express. Here's your new jailmates. How you doing, guys?
Well, to the question earlier, in Germany.
It's getting better by the minute.
I lived in Germany.
How you doing, sweetie?
Wasn't stationed there. I was an army brat. Anyways.
You might as well just stay up, Harvey. You got no place you got to be tomorrow, right? Be my highest. What did she say? It would be my one. Cold water here, cold water. It would be your highest rated. I would never. Are you kidding? I'd smash my knees up and everything, and you know, I'd have to protect myself in ways that y'all leave to your imagination.
Matt Harvey, are you leaving? I didn't see if you were. I didn't see that.
I mean, I'd be a very tempting little target, right? Mr. Z's like, oh hell, they'd be all excited over there, you know. Good for you. I'm in process on my
It's cold.
my 4420 Marantz. And I'm looking forward to getting home. Ooh. So I don't know, Magda, we'll just have to leave that to your vivid imagination. Yeah, I'd like to see you punk over in Turkey. The Istanbul massage, right? Like nothing you ever have to sign a waiver.
A guy that's got garlic oozing from his pores.
Oh man. And it's just all sweat blending together.
Yeah.
It's like skin on greasy
Hairy
skin.
knuckles,
And it's just like
smell of garlic oozing out of pores.
And
Yeah.
just pouring that oil on. I went to Eastern Europe. Budapest would be nicer, Prague. We'll see. My first preference would be Asia. Take you guys into a Thai.
Oh, okay. I did. Yeah, okay.
Take you guys into a Taipei cat house.
Oh.
Go out on a fire escape to get away from the KMT police, the Kuomintang.
Yeah, there's so many talented young drummers out here nowadays. There's a lot of female drummers I've seen
there's
too.
really no lousy drummers, are there? Do 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 do. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to Istanbul. Sit there on the Bosphorus, drinking coffee, watching the shipping go in and out of the Black Sea.
Little tiny cup of coffee.
Yep. Smoking some Turkish cigarettes. I'm gonna grab a snack. There you go, Harvey. Now you're cooking with gas, man. British gas. So you got the Labour Party now. The friend of the working man. I gotta whiz. Hold down the fort a minute. Oh, man. Oh, you got that? Don't leave with that then.
Oh, that's in the car. Yeah, I'll probably be heading out in a few though.
Yeah, let's give me about 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna see you tomorrow night. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably gonna have to go shooting without you then. It's cold. Anyways. Water's the best when it's ice cold though, isn't it? It's the tastiest, the bestest feeling. I love cold water. If I'm drinking water, I'm not a water fan. But it's good when it's cold.
But don't leave me here drowning in my tears. Do.
Dave Weckle's an awesome drummer. And we had Raising Cane's
It was good.
chicken.
It was good. I had a taste for chicken. I got that text message from Mr. Z. Hey, who's got a taste for chicken? I'm like, all right, man.
Well, I did some reconning yesterday. I kind of saw what you
It's
were
a
craving.
reconning. That's good because I was going to ride down. They have like a churches across 15 or 95 over there. We ran the Key Bridge. Jumped. Yeah, it's coming back. That's the bridge that the freighter ran into.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah.
Didn't you send me that video?
Yeah, that morning.
That was crazy.
Get any more stupid than that? Yeah, Robbie. Mr. Z bought Cane's, Raising Cane's, which was quite delicious. There's a Cane's in Vacaville. Oh, okay. Let's see, the 30th of July, we have a baseball game coming up in Sacramento with the boss and Janet and Bobby. The boss is going to be coming over to check the electrical system in the church at home, and then we're going to be doing some streaming in Berkeley and probably Oakland too in August. And then September, I'm going to be back down here, hitting it hard down here. I have to get my licks in because in later September, it's going to get expensive down here. There's going to be no cheap rooms because you start to come into a high season here. Everybody likes
Weather's
to,
nice.
yeah, weather's nice. People build up to Halloween. They like all that. So, and then in November, it tails off a bit. So, it's going to be a very busy late summer. We have peaches to harvest, tomatoes, sauce to put up, a lot of cool stuff to do. So, we're going to be chock-a-block full. We're going to be doing our first metal detecting in a few months out there. I need my knee to get a little bit better, but it is healing well. I don't want to forget that Motrin.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm afraid I will.
When we leave, I'll run over to the car,
Okay.
swing
cool.
back over, and just toss it up at you out the window. And there you go, bitch.
Oh shit. Las Vegas weather. Look, there's nothing that Vegas can dish out now that's even gonna make a dent in me anymore. Mr. Zeal said, "Wait a minute. I know the weather in Vegas that'll make a dent in you in December when that
You're
wind is howling,
familiar with that.
and I'll be crying like a baby when I do one block on the street. And what's the wind chill like?
Let's go
18
back into the room.
Let's go drinking.
Yeah. Okay. You usually don't get too many arguments with that.
I don't care about the heat of summer. I could care less. But the cold of winter is a totally different story. How you doing, Dr. Frankenstein?
So next, the 1st of September, it's still pretty warm here. It's still pretty warm.
Yeah, it'll be
It's still in the
100, 105.
Yeah.
But at nighttime it'll be
nice in
low
the night,
80s,
yeah.
upper 70s. I mean, it's just
We'll be walking around
it's
weather at night.
spectacular,
Yeah.
right? And we'll still be able to do the shooting and bowling and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You might be tapering off.
Work
by
will
that
taper
point.
off by then. That's definitely, we'll have some more fun again. Yeah, this trip was just, it was so
This
hot.
was a working trip for you.
Yeah.
It was a working trip for me.
Oh,
Yeah, Baltimore's waiting for me. I know, Lee. I can't wait to meet you there. Man, I'm back in Baltimore, man. Look at me, man. How you doing,
Baltimore.
man? Let's go get a beer and have some crabs, dude. In Russia, when you go to these saunas, you beat yourself with birch.
before I got there, the first part sounded like it was going to go somewhere else. Beating yourself with branches, okay.
This guy.
The brain kind of
Yeah,
anticipates.
I whine if it sprinkles outside. I don't like rain. I don't like clouds. I'm strictly a blue sky kind of person. That's just me. Winter in Moscow would be fun. I just don't enjoy it. Mr. Z will tell you I'm not a cold weather person. I mean, if I'm on a trip or something, like if I'm gone to Goldfield, because the days will be beautiful in December. They'll be 60. It'll hit 60 degrees.
You and Jen went to Reno, right?
Yeah, it was
Remember that
17
shit?
degrees.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I had to put her into a bar to get a cup
Yeah,
of coffee into
yeah.
her. 17 degrees. And I still went out live streaming, and I don't know how I made it.
Cold is okay as long as I can come back inside.
I haven't been to a Reno in a long time. So I suspect the next time I come down from Vegas, I will probably stop in Reno and then come down. I'll come down 95, Walker Lake, and all down that way. Walker Lake's pretty cool, but it's a shame it's all salty and everything. They have like a base there too, Walker Lake. I hope those hearts were for me.
Of course not.
Oh, Scottish, how are you?
Hey, Scottish.
honey.
You know they were for me.
Yeah, they were for you.
You know they were for me. You got one of them. I'll give you another 1.5. So
It's
you
like
can-
when Vicky sees you. Yeah, we need to go back. We got a lot of work to do when we get home. I mean, we got a lot of work to do. Lots of stuff to do.
Oh, I cleaned my bathroom counter, so if you ever have to go over there again, it's gonna be clean.
Man, the bathroom
Just
is
so you
fine. Come
know.
on. I love warm. I thrive in summer. Even without the AC, that functions just fine here. Now you'll say, oh, that fan was just blowing hot air. Well,
This
it
isn't
was.
bad. It was a little warmer earlier, but it's not bad now.
Yeah.
But again, I'm kind of used to it by now, so this really isn't terrible.
So I can guarantee you, when you're down here, when it's 120 degrees, sidewalk temperature of 150 degrees Fahrenheit, if you can still keep moving, thriving, functioning in that, there's nothing that the world can dish out that you're not going to be able to take down here in Vegas. All right. If anything, it worked to make the streets civil because nobody was really.
Nobody was outside.
Naked City, when I was down there, there was nobody outside.
It was like a ghost town.
It was like, ooh, wah, 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 ooh. It was like the
Literally had
Lago, the
tumbleweeds
town of
blowing.
Lago. I can't guarantee you next time it'll be as civil down there. You know, when you're at nighttime with a flashlight, it's a whole different story. Anyway, we'll have a lot of fun, and then so we'll be back in September, and then we have, I guess November will be in, be heading up to doing the Tonopah thing. And then I'll probably be back again in December to help out with some of the stuff for Christmas here and all that. So, yeah, am I going to be here frequently? Yes, I am. I have a lot of work on I have a lot on my plate. Now, on that note, I'm going to walk Mr. Z out of here. He's got to get going. He's got a day tomorrow.
The walk of
Do
shame.
you want me to stay live for a little longer, guys, or do you want me to? Is this thing on? What the hell's going on? Could you hand that to me, son of a? You guys want me to stay on, or?
Of course they do.
Well, I'll let them decide. If
You know
they
they do.
Stay.
Live.
All right. So let me just head. You want to
Good night,
grab the
Callie.
trash? We'll dump that on
Yeah,
the
we'll
van.
dump that with this. I'm
I
taking
can't
these
thank you enough for
forks
Mr.
home
Z.
with me because I could use these at home.
Yes.
That few little dishes that I have to do.
Yeah, so say goodbye to Mr. Z. Thank him for the
Bye, guys.
hospitality. See you in September. So hang loose a bit, okay, guys? I'll be back. We gotta put that away. Thank you. I wish I could show that on live stream, but that would get me
Oh, there's so many things.
banned from YouTube. We can't show any weapons, no matter how cool they are.
How cool we
Unless
are.
we do recorded video, right? Guys, I will be back. Just basically looking at the knees. Still a bit puffy, but okay. All right, everybody said bye.
Bye, guys. Wait. You got a key?
right. Let's shout out Monkey Boy too. Wish him a good recovery. We are back. We are back. We are back. What are we laughing about? June's cracking up. Too bad we can't audibly. Yeah, I always thought that would be pretty well. But that's what you have in, if you have a Discord or something like that. I had a Discord for a while, but you need somebody that's actively gonna. Need somebody that's actively gonna host a Discord, and then you can have like a big group meeting. So thank you, Mr. Z. Shout out to Monkey Boy. It's good to have friends in Las Vegas. What year do you have it? Oh, I think I had it about 3 years ago. Maybe Scottish, maybe I don't know, maybe Cher, I don't know. My moderators didn't really like the idea of the Discord. I might bring it back again, I don't know. Yeah, Monkey Boy. Shout out to Monkey Boy. Right. That's so nice of Kevin from Community Media Watch. Give me that. Oh. A Discord is like an off-site chat discussion board that's tied to the creator. So you can go in there anytime. I think Shimei remembers the Discord. You can go in there anytime and converse or talk to who's ever there. Don't shoot. It's like a message board that's just associated with a particular person. Sometimes they turn really bad though, they turn vicious. And people will drop docs in them and all that stuff. I mean, so some people don't like that. A lot of people don't like it. Everybody knows where I live, I could care less, but there's a lot of people who like their privacy very protected and everything, so sometimes stuff gets dropped into Discord and it's kind of problematic. I don't want to say it's like a Reddit, but you know, yeah, you're still on Discord, so right. For me, it was being able to spend the time to check into Discord. I mean, Shimei would come in and say good morning, and people would pop in and say good morning and stuff. And big shout out to Ronnie and Shimei, especially for doing a great job of some very long live streams and stuff. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Taylor knows about that. She had the Discords for Real Stream News and a lot of them. But then I really worried about Craig and RSN and all that. I just hope he's okay. Right. The journey is on Discord. Yeah, there you go. So it's just like a chat room just associated. Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. At the tone, the time will be 8 p.m. Exactly. Doot. At the tone, the time will be 8 p.m. and 10 seconds. Beep. Tell you what, Patty Wakefield, you're one weird broad, man. That's why I love you. Anyway, it was good to see you. I wish we could have hung out more, but I was prepared that I know for Mr. Z, this is like the busy time, and Monkey Boy had his surgery and stuff. So I kind of knew, but I got my hands full anyway. I had dinner, William. We had Raising Cane's chicken tenders, fries, and coleslaw tonight. Courtesy of Mr. Z. It was good. Fries, I didn't think that they were, fries, I didn't think they were all that. But, you know, as Amanda Hugginkiss would say, well, somebody else paid for it and you sure shoved it into your maw. I'm looking forward to the Rancho too. I know you are, Magda. You're on the forest lawn because Betty Davis is there. You know, we'll see. What was my favorite comment of the trip? I'm walking through, this was classic. I'm walking under the Fremont Street experience. My knee is about 70%. It's doing pretty good. The more I hobble, the better it is. I'm walking through the Fremont Street experience, right? And I'm like, man, I think this chick just tried to pickpocket me. Without missing a beat, Cheryl S. post, that's going to be a very disappointed pickpocket. And I had $2 in my wallet or something. I thought that was great, right? That's going to be one very disappointing pickpocket. And then the other one, I found a nickel on the steps when I was live streaming. I guess I got too excited about it or something. Yeah, good night, Buttercup. Good night, honey. Slowly but surely. If it stops making improvement, then I'll be home on Friday. I can just go in and get it checked out. All right, Amanda, take care. But that was classic, man. That was classic. So it's going to be quite a thermal shock to get back to coastal California. Let's see. Let's say I'm heading to Western Europe. Oh, nice. Yeah, you got to be careful to always carry a decoy wallet and always use a fanny, a belly pack to keep all of your stuff in. All right. Right. Always have a decoy purse or something, and then keep your wallet and others on your person. A lot of women just are trained to just carry decoy purses. Yeah, a decoy wallet is a great idea, full of Subway punch cards. I'm just saying, people just, they'll just put big FUs in it and, and you got to be especially careful, the Romas and stuff that come over, especially in Spain and places like that, Madrid. I would just assume, I did the same thing in Mexico City, and Acapulco and Tijuana. I would just assume I'm going to be pickpocketed. I would just run with that assumption and then go accordingly. So I had a nice under. I kept all of my good stuff in that. You got to be damn careful about. They're really good, Larson. They're really good. All right. I'm just warning you. Barcelona is not as bad as Madrid, but still, you need to assume that you're going to get pickpocketed. Now, do you want to have a good trip, or do you want your trip to be ruined, where you have to go to the U.S. Embassy and have them get you back to the States? Right? So I'm just telling you, I'm giving you my best advice. Assume you're going to be pickpocketed and plan accordingly. It's going to happen, especially on bus platforms, train platforms, any place that there's public transportation, because that brings a high degree of foreigners to those areas. Well, you know, if you know it's coming, shame on you. I put religious tracts. Oh, there you go. That's it. You put 1031 in there, Hebrews 1031, or the narrow gate, Shemay. Right, that'd be good. Right. Put a little story about thieves in the Old Testament. One of those fiery, incinerated on site or something. One of those horrific stories from the Old Testament. Is there a Mexico state in Mexico? No, I don't think so. Mexico's booming, but Mexico City's very, been a drought situation. It's very tight on water there. Plus the city's sinking. But there's a lot of beautiful. If you like Spanish style architecture, you'll never see anything like it. Except if you're going to Madrid or Barcelona or those areas. I have no idea, June. But I'll tell you, Mexico City, there's an area in Mexico City called Poblanco, or whatever, that I went to. Beautiful, rich, wealthy, money coming at the wazoo. Over there. You can see all my videos of Mexico City. With my usual remarks and shit and sarcasm. I am most excited about the Gaudí's Sagrada Family. Oh, nice. Sounds like a good time. I will initially get reasonably sized keyboard, but then tiny one presents. I can't do tiny. You have to get used to using the text to speech, Patty. Right? That would do you good. Why isn't this thing staying on? Hey, Joni, how you doing? Damn, that's nerve-wracking. Damn thing won't stay on. They hooked up. I don't know. I'm down one. I don't know where in the hell I'm down one power pack. I don't know where the hell it is. One of my blue boys is somewhere. It's probably in the van somewhere. I don't know where the hell it is. Great footage of the RNC Trump falling asleep during this, but I don't get it there. I tried that, but said, oh yeah, you were cursing. Are you using your phone, or are you using a pad or something? Android phone. You have a thing in settings, keyboard settings. If you go to your settings gear wheel, you can increase the size of the keyboard. I don't know if you're aware of that. You might want to give that a shot. Shit. Damn it. Yeah, you go to your settings and it says display keyboard, and you can adjust the size of the font. Shimei will tell you I always had fat fingers. Let's see. Just say I'm confused because of it. You talked about that a month ago. You still haven't resolved that? You were on here talking about titling, and why don't you just drive over to DMV and just ask them? Just go over and see Jethro at the DMV and just ask him. Right? I'm sure Richmond, Kentucky has a DMV. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. They told me they titled them, but they don't know what year model it started with. Oh, well, if they don't know, you should, that you don't have to title it, so the hell with it. There's an old saying in titling, if they don't know, you can go. That's it. I'm going through a lot. You have grown kids. Did you find that it was harder to be parent? Or no, I don't think so. I don't have any wisdom to really share in that regard. The old saying, a son's a son till he takes a wife, a daughter's a daughter your whole life, right? So. Yeah, well, there's a lot to worry about in the world, so it's a lot to be concerned about. You never stop caring, right? And the beat goes on, the beat goes on. I think that was a Sonny and Cher song. This beer's pretty good. It's not as good as my Busch Light, but it'll do. It's going to be cool when I leave here early Friday morning. It's going to be by moonlight. Yeah, I thought you were going to say something. about your sister too. There you are, not easy. Yeah, it's not an easy thing, Larson. It's not an easy thing. This is 2024. It's not 1970 or whatever. It's very hard to make a go of it now. Most people just want to know that they're loved and that they're cared about. I thought they were doing it upstairs. You're probably not going to hear that when you guys stay at the Wynn or the Bellagio. But here, you know what I mean, Patty Wakefield? No, I don't understand, Rosie. What are you trying to say? Just come out and say it. I think you just need to establish a plan so that things just look like they're moving forward with certain milestones to be accomplished. All right, good night, Naomi. And you get that person buy into that, right? Like, when do you think that you'd be able to do this? What steps are you going to take to achieve that? Right? We just map out a plan. And since the other person's drafting their own roadmap, they're more inclined to stick with it as being opposed to dictate. By Christmas, I want you to be here or there or whatever. I mean, I don't know the circumstances. Can you check out an apprentice program? You can do, something. Oh, a computer science. Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good degree. That's a pretty good degree. Hello, Lisa B. It just depends. If the Amazon's not working out, you might be able to laterally shift to like a Starbucks or a Boeing Corporation. I imagine like in a lot of people have left and been very disenchanted with Boeing Corporation and are just frustrated there and are just splitting. It might be a good chance to draft a cover letter. I still believe in Boeing or whatever, and I'm on board. Right? Right? You walk your way into the company. Yeah, I keep telling them apply at Boeing. Yes, apply at Boeing because a lot of people are, state of New Jersey, I'm sure the state of Washington is too. But I'll tell you what, I'd be hammering Boeing and just like, I'm working for Amazon, but I think my talents can be better served at Boeing right now because been under a lot of pressure, but it had such a great history and so critical to aviation. I want to help make it great again, and I want to work there. I'm committed to it. I want to be part of the future glory of Boeing. You have to want a job, because when you're talking to kids, they don't know how to properly envision things. They look at a job as like a paycheck and benefits. But a job is always going to be, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. It's like, I think I've always been a good salesperson in life. So that being the case, I would look around. I wouldn't just take anybody that was hiring for sales. Let's say I'm interested in selling cars, right? Well, the average person, well, shit, I'll just, apply, Hyundai's closest to the house. I'll just apply to Hyundai or whatever, or maybe Acura or something like that. In other words, there's no passion to it. But let's say a person says, man, I really love the Cadillac product, and they're going to make a great salesperson, right? They're going to be able to sell themselves to this deal. It's like, well, we're not hiring salespeople, right? Hey, look, I'm here to sell you, right? I'll sell the cars. I'm selling you. I love the Cadillacs here. I could go to Honda. I could go to Acura. I could go to Benz. This is where I want to sell cars, right? Oh, well, shit. Okay, man. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Go sell some Cadillacs then. You need to look, dude, I could train you on it, all right? There's nothing on any car out on that lot that I don't know. Test me on it. Test me on it, right? So when you have to have a passion for it, right? It can't just be a paycheck, or it's always a drag. But state jobs are always good jobs in computer because they always need, within the Bureau of Prisons, within the Seattle, Department of Finance and Accounting, and regulation and labor, and there's so many places. And a lot of people they don't think that there's any future in government or working for the government job. But actually you get in there and you have a pretty well-defined career path, right? I mean, you can talk, Shemay knows that stuff inside out. So what does the kid really want to do? That's the question, right? A good salesman will walk and talk himself into any sales position that he wants, right? A company would be a fool to turn down somebody that really wants to work for them. But they're just not used to seeing it these days. They're just like, well, what are the benefits? What are it's not what you can bring to the company. This is why I want to work here. These are the issues I see. This is the skill sets that I have, okay? This is how I can make the company, but this is how I can improve and make a great company even better. Good night, June. Thank you, June, for being here as usual. You're such an important part of the chat here, honey. We love you to pieces. So you got to decide what you really want to do. People from college are like, I want to be a ranger or whatever, and it's all I ever wanted to be. And they apply for the job. Shit, I'll shovel ape shit. I don't care. Just get my foot in the door. Right? They had a passion for it. They didn't care what the pay was, or they figured their enthusiasm would see them rising through the ranks. And it would be infectious for other people. I'm just giving an example of people that just had I even had people in college that they wanted to be accountants and stuff. Cost accountants, right? Right. But they had a passion for it. They wanted to work for a manufacturing company and do cost accounting for them. So they ended up at Eastern Stainless Steel, where they made all of the tools for hand tools for craftsmen. Follow their dream. Just go step by step. If you're enthusiastic, you sell people on that enthusiasm. But if you're just responding to an ad to just for money in your pocket, right? Like Boeing is just like running around like a wounded buffalo right now, right? What was your passion as a young adult? I guess my passion was mechanical engineering, Larson. I always like process things where raw materials are here and then they end up coming out of in a bottle at the end with the packaging and the machines, things like that. I love practical engineering. Python is the programming language most employers want. You can usually pick up alternative languages pretty much easy. Funny, my son is considering a mechanical engineering degree. Well, I would talk to Carrie class. You seem to go to college and had your career from a pretty young age. Well, I never went into engineering, but you know, I just bounced around and did stuff. You know, my problem, Lisa, was I never really cared about money that much. Right, money just never. People was always my thing. Being social and being around people, I never really cared about making money. I never had that bug. When were you a kid? What did you want to be? Fireman, cop, TV personality? I think when I was a kid, I wanted to be a baseball player. I idolized Frank Robinson of the Orioles. And I got to meet him in the birthday box in June 21st, 1967 against the Kansas City Athletics. But I didn't have the makings to be a baseball player. I think if I was going to do anything now, I would be like a motivational speaker for people, right? But I would be a motivational teacher, speaker that has people focused on the right thing in life, right? Material things don't give you, they're not designed to give you fulfillment. They're not created to satisfy your itch, right? Being of service to others. So I work here at the church writing letters to rich people, asking them for things. You know, you have to have the right angle on it, right? Well, you know, I worry about the kids today a lot. Right. But at community college, at least it's not the streets, it's people that want to get a start on stuff. Right. Our values are just so messed up in society now. They're so flawed. Yeah, college, yeah, the higher you go, you're actually teaching people that are enthusiastic about the subject. You're not dealing with this, after high school, you leave the disciplinary problems behind. He's busy with grant writing, that's cool. I'd be a dollar singer who draws in 100,000, there you go, Patty. Well, Lisa B, I've been working on a book. It's ninth draft through 700 pages. It keeps me plenty busy. Plus, when I see something like down here, or I see like the Selfless work that Shimei does with her church in New Jersey and stuff, that's really where my heart really lies now, that kind of stuff. We need to swim counter to the tide. We need to bring people back to a faith-based understanding of life and things. Right? So I look at somebody like Father, now has picked up skin cancer from standing on that parking lot for 20 years, and his son overseeing the food program and all that kind of stuff, and going in for treatment tomorrow, and I just, I shudder, right? I mean, just done so much for so many people, and just, just have society crumble around them. It's a very daunting and thing. Finished college with 3 years of filmmaking. Why don't you do films then, Bill, on YouTube and stuff? I was down there in, what was that town in the Central Valley that had the largest mass kidnapping in U.S. history? Right? I'm down there making videos about that. There is an Amazon wish list. Just you can make some video using apps lately. Yes, you can. She's got a great community. She's got a great community. No, he would never do that. He doesn't take any money, any salary, nothing. Yesterday, he drove 300 miles each way to serve a mass in a private home in Eureka, Nevada for about 15 people, and then drove back 300 miles. I mean, that's the kind of shit. How can I hold a candle to that? I got miles to go to even match that. And the other day, we're driving 60 miles each way to Pahrump to do the same thing. And to be all alone, to do everything from the church bulletin to overseeing the feeding to, 8 a.m. Mass, and then 3 Masses on Sunday, 1 in Spanish, taught himself Spanish, and then heads out to 3 o'clock to drive 110 miles to Needles to do another mission mass. I mean, come on. No, Lisa V, I don't do anything. And then you look at Shemay and what she has on her plate, which is all the challenges of bringing back a church, a historic church. And I don't dox anybody or anything, but it's a historic church, historic in New Jersey. And I think to myself, the damage that was done during the pandemic and all that, and this is my church, right? She goes through the whole process, works with the the conference, secures repair money, and just goes ahead. I mean, they're two amazing role models for selfless service. So she is amazing. And literally YouTube really knows nothing about it. So probably two of the most giving clergy I've ever met in my life. Shemay does the Bible study. She's in the morning. The Zoom meetings, the services online. Working to bring that church back, because trust and believe. There'll be a time coming up in in the not too distant future in this nation where we're going to need places of faith. Yeah, Shemai's like, I just don't sleep. She always says, man, I work harder moderating Rosie's streams than I do at work. Right. Yeah, I just think she, so I have some really good role models to look up to. And even though, it's bitterly disappointing when people say no, you just gotta keep flogging away. Well, we don't talk about it too much, Ronnie, but we have a notable person that I work with, and then we have a notable person that moderates my chat and other people's chats. It is an ordained minister in the AME church. So, it's pretty significant in my life now. To the point that I'll be back here in September, and yeah, I think it's always good to highlight decent human beings. We need. This is what I say, Larson, about things like that. You can tell people what to do, or you can lead by example, right? You can just do it. What is that? Oh, I don't know, Lisa. I've come up pretty empty-handed for the stuff I do. I mean, the people are wonderful on food and things like that, and it's been tremendous. People are super generous. It's not always comfortable for me to sit there and say, I need your help or whatever, and kind of humble yourself. But people respond, right? People respond with love and generosity, which is astounding. I mean, I don't want to get teary today. I was on my way out at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and some guy had come earlier to ask, and probably 10 people a day come banging on the door. We have the feeding from 9 to 10, but not everybody makes it to that. Not everybody can get along on that, and they'll come and bang on the door all day long. And at like 3:30, this absolute wretch came to the door. He had a T-shirt that wasn't even on him. It was just, he was it was so shredded that it was just clutching it here. He was about 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed about 100 pounds. The guy was just covered with sores, and the other hand trying to hold his pants up and to hold a little bundle with his whole life in front of him. And my God, I saw this guy, and I heated up some food for him, and I came out later, and he was just stretched out on the sidewalk, and the sun was probably 135 degrees on the sidewalk. I literally thought the guy was dead on the sidewalk, and I just thought, wow, I am so lucky and so blessed in life, right? That could be me, down on the sidewalk, and I made sure the guy got into the shade and everything, and got him some water, and I just said a prayer for the guy, and I just thought, wow, this guy's gonna be dead. This guy's gonna be gone by the time I come back, right? And it just so, I mean, literally, I just went back in that church. I couldn't kneel down because of my knee, but I just said a prayer for that guy in that church, you know, that just, God, these people that come to the door. Phew. I mean, when you think of the life we have, I mean, how can I walk away from that church? I'm chained to that like I'm handcuffed now. I don't know. So for better or worse, you know, when people are like, "Oh, September, you're back in Vegas again." Yeah, because I have a higher need now in my life, right? I don't get it at home, right? Paris pulls in money galore, right? You see one priest just killing himself down there for 30 years. People throwing hot coffee, just such bad burns on his arms. So appreciate the ministers, the priests, the rabbis that we have that can face that, and like Shemay, the mountain that she has to climb in front of her to, it's, well, thank you, Sadie. It's just like, you know, we had a girl come out yesterday or on Monday to help and with her mom, and she fainted out there because of the heat and stuff. 15 years old, right, trying to help her out. It's just, I just can't tell you when it's 145 degrees on the asphalt there. These people just come in like just wretches, and I know a lot of people say they're just drug addicts. They just made crappy choices in life, but I remember the day when Father told me, whoa, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter. You know, everybody counts for something, you know, and that just turned my whole program around there. And yeah, there's a lot of people that are just plain bums, that are just lazy and found their way over there. But who am I to decide? Who am I to, you know, we have, you know, just people throw stuff out of cars at these people and just curse and things. Who am I? Right? Who am I to say? Fent, meth, they're the two big ones. Yeah, the cost of housing is crazy. So that's why I'm so invested down here to do what I can to do some of the heavy lifting. Patty, if he makes it through Saturday, it'll be a miracle. We already had, the day I came down on the 9th, somebody had dropped dead. Somebody was found dead in front of the church in the morning. The heat had just claimed them. This guy won't make it through the weekend. He doesn't even have an ability to eat. You know, you put the food in his hand and then he goes, sits it down and just goes wandering off. So literally, if you don't, yeah, just like the pigeon exactly, just fell out of the tree dead. Yeah, he'll be taken away in EMT. I just can't impress upon you how the heat is, and then you can imagine the smell and the lack of sanitation. We get them help every day, Twisted. I put food and water into the guy, got him into the shade. Can't take him to the ER. There's no medical situation that demands immediate attention. No, you're allowed to be. You have a big concern too, Larson. At least you care about posterity and future generations. Which a lot of people don't. My church had a cooling area. Yeah, I don't think it's practical here. No, we get food into him, and I got him in the shade with the water. You take him to the ER, they just turn him out within an hour. They don't have any insurance or anything. That's just the way it is. You know, that's the thing about meth is once it gets in your mind, you never get in your right mind again. Impossible. You can't be trained out of it. Even if you're weaned off of it, you're still going to be out tweaking and talking to telephone poles and tearing paper into little bits and all that. Well, what are you going to do, Patty? You'd have, you know, 1,000 people a day just swamping your emergency room. There are absolute limits to what you can do. Absolute limits. This just happened to be a particularly brutal stretch of heat, unprecedented in the history of Las Vegas. I don't imagine it'll be the last time in history either. Yeah, but they're not there to, they're not there to facilitate people that are on their way out. No, there's no free clinics. Because, quite frankly, people wouldn't go to them anyway. They're not of the mindset to be treated, and you have to consent to treat. And if somebody's judged incompetent to be, they have to have a court order to be treated and stuff. So you get caught up in all the legal stuff. It seems so easy in theory, but in practical fact, it's very difficult. We have a CYA world now where everybody wants to, so afraid of being sued. Well, I don't have, honestly, there's not one Mexican in the lineup there every morning. You know, in the summertime, they're all white, they're all black. Anyway, guys, we've just come out to the 3-hour mark. I want to thank you for your patience tonight. I want to thank you for your kindness to Mr. Z and myself. It's good to see all of you tonight. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please take a second to do so. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for their concern. Where are their parents? Well, what is parenting today so much, Patricia Wakefield? It's feral adults raising feral adults, okay? What can you expect? All right. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you.